All right. I'm just telling you guys right now, this is going to be a long video. This is a cymbal demo. I'm going to be swapping things out, but I'm going to try to keep things moving quickly. All right? Special note to Jake. Since I made those demos that I made for you, I added a little higher EQ. I brightened up the EQ a bit on the snare. I just wanted you to know that because it may affect the overall mix of everything else. You know how, snare, hat, look at that hat right there, it's so close. Let's see that mic there, you can't even barely see it. It's a EV308. Love them. Anyways. Alright, so, most of what I'm going to demo of these cymbals are for sale, but some are not. I'm going to tell you right now which ones are not for sale. This Zilco Splash and these two Zildjian Crashes are not for sale. Everything else is, and I will be swapping a lot of stuff back on here that will be also for sale. And I'll let you know when that happens. Kashian 15 and 5/8 Italian hi-hats, which I'm finding are crashes that I'm slapping together as hats that I'm finding the more I play them, the more impressed I am by them, and finding that they are being sounding really good as hats. Better as hats than crashes. So we got 15 and 5/8. I think that's 39 or 40 centimeters. I can't recall. Kashian on top and a Pasha on bottom. They're both right around 1,100 grams. I have a Pasha 17 and 5/8 or 17 and maybe, I don't know, crash here, and it's a little heavier. It's 1635. Okay. And then a lot of rods are going to be demoed on this video. Starting with the first one, it's a 70s Zildjian A, and it's heavy, okay? 2725, and it's a 20-inch, so that's pretty heavy, isn't it? Pretty thick. Well, what someone did is they did a homemade hammer job on it, and they have one hole for a rivet. I think it's just pretty cool, just as is. On the heavy side, but the hammering does indeed smoke it up a bit, warm it up and darken it a bit, and but also, it's got quite the ping to it. All right. It sounds very similar to a ping. Now that I think about it, a little different, but quite similar to it. Quite frankly, I think it's better than a ping. I don't quite get the whole ping thing. I mean, I do and I don't. I've heard other Zildjian rides do better at what a ping does than a ping, if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm starting to bleed in some opinion here, aren't I? So anyways, here we go. So for right now, these three, because these hats are also for sale. Okay. All right. Nice little 14-inch Slayerland red glass glitter floor tom. I mentioned this because this will be coming up for sale very soon. Okay. swap out some stuff. I think I'll just, for starters, just head on to another ride. This is a Zildjian A. I believe this is. I can't remember if this is 60s or 70s. I want to say 70s, but I might be wrong. Okay, it might be 60s. All right, little cutout. This weighs in at 2089. 2089. It's got a bunch of rivet holes in it, which look very professional. Potentially factory. The bell's been some weight, a little weight reduction been done on the bell here. I'm not sure how much that was done, but it's cool looking actually. So the bell turns out to be a little less pronounced on this. Pronounced. That's funny. Anyways, it used to have a crack. I repaired it. But it's a very desirable weight. Everybody loves these Zillies at $2,000, you know, in that ballpark. So, slapped. All right. See what I mean? Get that sleeve down in there like that. Mean to do that. All right. Next one. How long are you going to go on and on and on about how beautiful you sound? Still? Still? Oh, I got to be careful. I'm connected. All right. Boy, that's got some resonance. All right. Next up. And another Zilly. wait a minute. This is not a Zilly. This is a Zilco. Canadian Zilco at 2275. I might even already have a demo out here with this. Might have it listed. I can't recall. Yes, I do. Yes, a very short little bell. It's almost like a Zildjian mini bell. And there's a little bit of cracking around the hole here. But the hole is perfectly round. So, yeah, I already have a demo. I already have a video demo on this, you know? It's listed and everything. I'm pretty sure it's been a long time. Are you done yet? Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to throw another one up here that I already have out there on some other videos, but I might as well because it's also for sale. I might as well try to get everything. Well, I'm not going to succeed in getting everything in this video. This is a Paiste 802. 20-inch ride, most excellent condition. Some of my stuff is cracked and repaired and this and that. This one, it's perfect condition. 2390. Okay. All right. Paiste 802. All right. But now, I'm actually gonna swap out a little something just for fun. And these, I don't want to, but I need to put these up for sale. Just because it's hard to justify based on some different needs that I have. Because I'm not only supplying for myself, but for some other projects and people and stuff like that. But, yeah. So, hang on tight. Let me grab a couple other cymbals. This is where I insert some kind of commercial, right? Shoot, YouTube would do that for free, for me, you know? Skip that ad. Alright. These are a couple A-Customs I'm throwing up right now. Why am I even talking? You probably can't even hear me. So, All right, thank you for the short intermission. All right, now you can hear me. I hope. Actually, if I recall, I do need to pretty much eat this mic. This mic is from 1986, I think. It's a Shure headset mic. All right. Paiste 802. I have a couple A-Custom crashes here. Both have repairs, but I tell you what, this one sounds really cool, and I'm tempted to. I mean, I don't know. This one weighs in at 1205, and it's a projection crash, and I believe it's a 16. It's a little heavier, you would think, right? This is a 19-inch A-Custom with a repair on it. So you'd think, oh man, what a buzzkill. Actually, oh man, I don't even have a weight on it. I'm so sorry. I have to read in the details for that. This actually sounds really awesome. That's why it's hard to sell. So, 802. It's a pretty cool cymbal. I used to not appreciate them, and then I did. But there's a whole nother discussion, long story. So, I'm going to segue right into a really cool ride that I'm decided to put up for sale because I have two of them that would actually be perhaps more thematically appropriate with these A-Customs. A lot of hard rock guys like these A-Customs. They love the A-Customs. They just go goo goo gaga over them. It's crazy. So I'm going to introduce a ride that would probably go really well with it, but completely different. This is a total curveball, okay? And sorry, I got to take this off to get it. Back in the 80s, Pearl decided to really ramp up their efforts at making cymbals. They never went full bore B20, I don't think. I'm not even sure they even used B8, to be honest. Well, yeah, well, I'm not sure they did exactly a B8. But they actually did some stuff in brass, I think. But maybe some, B12, B10, 8, that kind of stuff. I say that because you can tell the alloy isn't quite exactly the same as others of that time. But some of the stuff turned out really, really good. This is a Pearl CX 800. Pearl CX 600 Wild, made in Japan, and it's a big full 22, and it is 7 2/5 pounds. I don't know what that turns out to be in grams. Oh wait, look at that. 3055 grams, 3055. Big old Pearl logo there. And what does it look like? That's right, it resembles the Paiste Rude. So that's what I think they were going after. They did a heck of a job of stenciling and modeling after, like the CX500 looks just like the Paiste 505s. And then the red label CX900s were supposed to be the stencil and imitation of the Paiste 2002, of course. Now, right down to the color, and even a bunch of hammering. So there is considerable hammering on this cymbal, all machined. And then it's got, how some of those Rudes had some different rainbow colorage kicking, and it's got some of that too, especially on the back. So this sucker is, I'm not a big metal player. I don't have any double kick, So these speed metal guys would love this one, but I'm just disclaimering right now that I'm not going to be able to really do justice for that type of approach. right. All right, that's enough. All right. Easy boy. Major gear shifting here. This is just a cymbal with a lot of character. Application use. What's it really good at? I'm not really sure. What are we at? 32 minutes. Woo! All right, this is a Ludwig Paiste Standard. Okay, Ludwig Standard, made by Paiste. This is made in Germany. This is a 3-star. It's got a really cool look to it, doesn't it? It's got that really cool bell. I'm sure you can see it. It's got a keyhole. You'd think that, oh man, this bell's going to be great. And it's nickel silver, of course. I don't know if you knew that, but it's got some weird kind of stampage going on here. Oh, a paint marker kind of thing. You know? Maybe another one right here. CPIP or CP something P? I don't know. Sort of strange, you know? So what's it good at? Oh, I don't know. Maybe you can ride on it. Okay, here's my thoughts, you guys. My recollection of the cymbal is that it had a very weak bell. Well, now I'm starting to reconsider that because, as you can hear, it's not a super powerful bell, but it's completely adequate. Man, why can't I get this right? I'm finding it to be a lot more adequate than I thought it was. But my actual first impression is that when I first started playing, is like, wow, that's got quite a bite of a stick to it. You know what I mean? And so maybe someone might really like this as a jazz, for jazz. But if that's the case, man, I guess I don't know. And I'm not just trying to sell this. I'm seriously changing my attitude towards the cymbal. That I'm wondering if I should keep this thing. Gosh, because it's very versatile. It's very, very versatile, man. I have quite a bit of nickel silver, and that might be a good one to keep for it. Maybe I'm gonna hold. You guys can hit me up if you maybe are really intrigued by this and want to throw out an offer or something like that. But as of right now, I'm not gonna formally list this because now I'm starting to have second thoughts on it. I have 2 more rides, and it's a really long video. But I could throw them up, but you know they're nothing really that special. One is just a standard Sabian B8. I don't even really need to put that up, you know. But I'm gonna grab this one because I don't know what the heck this thing is. For some reason, I believe that it was the Sabian, but I don't think it's a Sabian B8. I think it might be a Solar. You know, that would be my guess, because this has quite a bit, man, I hope you can hear me. Gosh, golly gee. This has, there we go. It seems to have a lot of that look to it. Golden, this looks like a brass, it sounds like a brass cymbal too. But so then I'm thinking, well, what could it be? Solar, whatever. It's 2215. It's very clean. Compared to everything else you've heard, it's going to be obviously an inferior cymbal due to inferior alloy. And this one, yeah, I would sell it if somebody wanted to buy it, but I don't think anybody's gonna want to. This would be great for a beginner, which is on my radar for local needs around here in my area. So that might be totally good. Sabian B8 ride. This is also on some other video demos. I might as well grab the Sabian B8 because easy. Nothing that expensive down there. The expensive stuff is over there. So, yeah, it's a regular standard Sabian B8 ride. You know, they don't all look the same though. Different eras have different looks to them. This has a lot of those rings. It looks like a tree that you cut down. You know. Got a bunch of a big line of the spacing is sort of like the 505 spacing, about that same distance, but it's very uniform. So So, all you cymbal modders, yeah, the cymbal mods, this happens to be a popular selection to do modifications on. Calling one Lance Campo, right? Lance Campo. But I don't know. I couldn't ship it to Canada. It costs too much, right? But I don't know. It's I don't even remember where I got it, but it's another one I'm willing to get rid of if somebody needs one. But that's about all I have that's for sale. I have a few more, but you know, Paiste SUPER. I actually cleaned this puppy. Then it discolored on me again. It's 1120. It's an 18. Very good. Well, not very good, but decent condition, you know. It'll crack off the hole, but you know what these are? These are really thin, folks. I don't know if you know this, but well, it's a pretty cymbal. Might even consider making a clock out of this one. So, I believe these could be made out of B8 alloy, but man, it's got a really cool look to it too. But they're so darn thin. That was the thing, man. These supers are super yeah, you know what super means? Super thin. And it totally kills the cymbal, man. It totally does. If it would have been thicker, it would have, man, that would have been a really good entry level. It'd be really competitive. It would. Wow. Yeah, you can do that. You know that Paiste already did, right? You do know this, right? This history. They called it the 404. Lots of stories about that, about those. Those are buttes. Anyways, this is the 404 before the 404s and before they were very, very popular, you know. Super. Paiste SUPER. So, anyways. And I got a couple other, you know, while I'm at it, I might as well. I'm so close to being, pulling this off. I'm going to swap out a couple crashes just for fun. A couple of repaired Zildjian ZBTs, just because I'm so close to demoing all these puppies. Hang on a second. That never rolls on you, huh? You like that? It's got special mounting feature to it. See that? See? Special mounting feature. Mounts on the ground really well. On the floor, I should say. Unless you want to take these outside, it would mount on the ground quite well too. So might as well go all out on the entry level here. Another ZBT. All right. One's a little thinner than the other. The thick one sounds better. They're both 16s. This is a regular ZBT crash. And right here we got a rock crash. A ZBT rock crash. They're also from two different generations, but anyway. Whoa! All right. just for fun to be able to say that I demoed all. Oh man, there's even more. All right, I gotta draw the line. So, anyways, that does it for the 48-minute episode. The longest cymbal demo I think I've ever done. It's gonna take forever to load it up, but anyways, I will have links in the description that will have the times. They're like, they're indexing links, so you can click, land it right on there, and instantly go to that spot on the video where that cymbal is featured. Okay. Boy, it's gonna take a lot of time to get that done, but anyways. Wow, the November 22 cymbal demo. Mega demo. Wow. Alright, so anyways. I know. It is, isn't it? It's made by, I think, Psyche. Psyche? Is that how you say it? Seiki? Saki? I don't even know. It's that company that made all that Yamaha stuff. Or it could be Hoshino. 60s MIJ thin shell with aluminum die-cast hoops. I love this snare. The snare is one of the best sounding snares I own. And I actually have two of them. But the other one doesn't have these hoops. So it sort of kills the whole experience, Anyways, so super sensitive. I just love this snare. And then I got a 13-inch 1971 Slingerland tom. The 14-inch you saw, it was a 60s red glass glitter Slingerland 14-inch floor tom. And on bass drum tonight, I got to do my intros, right? It's like this is the end of my set. We're still playing, right? And we're just, grooving. Is a 20-inch Rogers R360 made by Yamaha. It's a killer bass drum. I love it. I love the R380 and 360 series. But that's a whole nother story as well. I gotta go. Thanks. Appreciate you coming along for the ride.